Assalamu alaikum friends, my name is Bilal Khan and this is my 20th video of DevOps. So in this video I am going to show you some of the more commands of the Docker. So the first command that I am going to show you is this Docker commit. So basically this command will transfer all the containers file data to another image. Alright, so it will make a copy of the image by transferring all the data to another image. Alright. So before it, let's take a look at what are the images that are present here. So currently there are two images that are present here. Alright, so I want to make a copy of this hello world. So how can I do this? Before running this, before making a copy of it, let's take a look at Docker PSA. Alright, as you can see that currently this is the, these are the stopped images that were running before, but I have stopped it. Let's take this container ID of this image and clear it here, and after that let's write docker commit m, and after m I will simply write a message new hello world, and after that let's paste a container ID. Alright, so I'm taking the file or the data from the hello world image to another image. So what will be the new image? The new image name would be new hello world. Alright, so the data from this image will be transferred to the new hello world image. So let's paste, press enter into it, and now if I clear it and write docker images, you will see that this is the new hello world image that is created now. So if I run this image, docker run new hello world, you will see that this image is giving me the same message as it will give me this with this hello world image. Alright, hello from Docker, this image shows that your installation appears to be working correctly. So now the next command is going to be docker images q. So this will basically show you all the IDs of the image. Alright, so let's write the docker images. As you can see that currently there are three images that are present here, and these are the IDs of it. So similarly, if you want to fetch only the IDs, you will have to write the docker image -q. Alright, so now the next command is going to be docker images -q --no trunk. So this will give you the hash values of these three images. Alright. So now the next command is going to be docker RMI. So what does it mean? RMI, I have shown you in the previous video that RMI will simply remove the images. So if I want to delete all the images or multiple images, how can I do this? Because with RMI, you have to enter the container ID or the image ID. Alright. So if I want to delete multiple images, I will have to give the multiple image IDs. So how can I do this? To simply do it, I will write $, and inside it I will write docker images q. So as I have shown you that docker images -q will show you the image IDs. Alright, so all the image IDs will be present inside this braces, and the RMI will delete all of them. So let's write F with it to forcefully delete all the images. Alright, so as you can see that it has deleted all the images. So if I write docker images, you will see that currently no image is present here. Similarly, if I write docker PSA, so it will show me that all the stopped images, but I want to delete all of them also. So I will write docker container prune F. So it will delete all the previous stopped images that I have run before. So let's write docker PSA, so it will show me nothing. So let's move to the Visual Studio Code and show you something. These are the commands that I have run. Now let's move to another function, and that is images are built in layers. Alright, so basically one image may contain multiple layers. Alright, and each layer is immutable. It means that it cannot be changed or renamed, but image is a collection of files and directories. Alright, so these collections and these directories will be present inside the layers. Alright, so multiple layers will form the image, as we have seen in the networking video, that multiple data packets will form the data. Similarly, the multiple layers will form the one image. Alright, so let's take a look by running the docker run it ubuntu. Alright, so after running it, you can see that it is unable to find that image because I have deleted all of them. Now it is unable to find that image locally. Now it will contact the Docker Hub, and the Docker Hub will give the Ubuntu image to it. Now it is pulling from the Docker Hub and giving it here. Alright, so it is currently 30 MB, so it will take some time to download. So let's wait for it. Alright, you can see that this Ubuntu image is downloaded. Alright, and this is the layer in which multiple files and directories are present, and with the help of this layer the Ubuntu is downloaded. Alright, so let's exit it here. Alright, now I am exit from it. After that, let's go to the Visual Studio Code and show you something that each image may contain common files also. Alright, that are present in other images also. Alright, so instead of installing common files with each image, it will skip those files and only download the uncommon files that are not present in other images. Alright, so some images may contain one common file. Alright, so why not use this one file only one time? Why not install this one file only one time instead of installing with each image? So what it will do, it will ignore this file because it is installed first time, and it will download all the uncommon files that were not present before, and it will all the images will be using that one file that is common between all of them. Alright, so let's run another image. So let's write docker hello world, run hello world. Let's see that whether the hello world image contains a common file or not. So let's click on this. This is a new image that I am going to download. So it is unable to find it in the locally. So now you can see that this image is downloaded, but there is no common files in it. So let's write another file, docker run nginx. Alright, so let's download it to see whether this nginx contains some kind of common files or not. So now as you can see that this nginx image is downloaded, and these are the libraries, or these are the layers that are attached to this image. Alright, so in these layers multiple files and directories are present. Alright, so let's clear this, and after that if I write docker images, you will see that nginx is downloaded. Alright, so let's say if I want to write docker run it ubuntu. Alright, because the ubuntu image may present with another version, let's write 16 and 16 plus 04. Alright, so it may contain some kind of files that are already present. Alright, this is the example that I was just trying to show you. So let's take a look at this. Now it is pulling the FS layers. Currently these are some of the files that are downloaded. Download is completed. I have just cancelled the previous installation that I was doing because that installation was also not containing some kind of files. But you just need to remember that whenever the image contains some kind of common file, you will see the message that this file is already exists. Alright, so in this way you will know that some of the files are common and that doesn't need to be installed again. So now let's move to another point, and that is that you can create your own image by simply creating a Docker file. Alright, so inside the Docker file write the following things. So you can create your own Docker file. Inside there will be multiple commands and functions present in it. So I have created my own. Alright, so but before showing you that what are these commands, where I have written these commands, let's show you that what each of the commands here is doing. Alright, so these are the following points. the first command is the first line is basically a comment. Alright, you can write any kind of comment just like you are writing in the code. So you can add the comment with the help of this hash sign. After that, from Ubuntu. So from keyword is basically showing us from which base image you want to get the image. So I'm trying to get the image from the Ubuntu image. This is the base image. Now the next one line is the maintainer. So maintainer will show you that the email address, that this email address has this person, and this person is basically maintaining the image. Alright. So now after that, the commands will be executed, such as update, nginx, echo, or image created. Echo image created will be basically showing you the data inside your terminal. Alright. So let's open the terminal and write docker, ls. You will see that I have created a docker file previously. So I will simply write docker cat docker file. As you can see that this is the simple image from Ubuntu, maintainer I myself, and after that update it, install nginx, and then image will be created. But I want to remove this line because I have previously installed the nginx. So I will go to this file, and after that what I will do, that I will simply go to the documents or projects. Let's move to the downloads. So download, here it is not present. Let's go to the projects. Here is the project. Let's open it with text editor and remove this line. Alright, save it. And after that, let's move to the terminal again. And now if I write cat docker file, you will see that this nginx line has gone. After that, the next command would be to write the docker build. Alright, so you can write the docker ignore also. So what is the docker ignore? It is basically a file that is also present in the git ignore, if you can remember, if you know about git. So I have created a git videos also. If you want to know about git ignore and other commands related to git, you can watch my videos. But the docker ignore will basically ignore all the files except the one that is present here, like docker file. Alright, so it will ignore all the files except this docker file. Alright, so let's say if you are present in another directory and there are multiple files, so by writing docker file, and inside the docker file you will name those files that should be ignored, and you just want to execute this file. So in this case you will write the docker file. So now let's write the docker build command here. So currently there are 3 images. So I want to create my own image here. So what I will do, I will write docker build t, and I will give the image name, my image name. Alright, so this is my image name. After that I can give a version to it also, 1.04, and dot means to be present in the current directory. Alright, so I'm currently present in the project directory, so I want this image to be built in this current project directory. So now let's press enter into it, and now as you can see that these are the commands that are currently running. So first of all, it is going to update, alright, because the maintainer and the from Ubuntu command has run. Now it is going to update. Alright, now you can see that this update command has run and the terminal is updated. After that, the cmd command has also run. So now let's clear this and docker images, write this. You will see that this my image name has been created. After that, let's run this my image name, docker run my image name. And if I click on this, sorry, I need to close this, open, because I have not specified a version here, docker images. I should be writing the 101 also. So I will write docker run my image name with version. Alright, now it is going to give us a message that image is created. Why? Because the Docker file contains this message. Let's write cat docker file. You will see that image is created, message is present here. So now it will show me this message in the terminal. So this is how you can build your own Docker file. So now let's move to the Docker engine. So this is a Docker engine. Inside there are many elements like Docker client, and Docker client is connected with the Docker daemon, that is basically a server, and after that the container D. The daemon is connected with container D, and now the container D has multiple parts or elements in it. So what are these shim doing? Basically I will be showing you in the upcoming, not in the upcoming videos, but here. So let's wait for it for some time. So the container D will transfer the will basically dividing it into multiple parts, that is shim, and after that it is going to the runc. We have seen that what runc is doing in the previous video also, and the container, the runc will lead to the containers. So basically the Docker daemon talks to container D via gRPC protocol. So the daemon will talk to this container D via gRPC protocol. So what is a protocol? You can watch my videos of networking. I have explained there what is protocol and what are the types of it. So if the daemon is stopped, alright, if this server is stopped, all the running containers will be stopped. All the containers that are running here will be stopped due to this daemon. Alright, shim will avoid this situation and containers will be running even if the daemon is stopped. So basically the functionality of the shim is to avoid the containers to be stopped even if the daemon is stopped. Alright, so it will run the containers even if the daemon is stopped. So if the functionalities are performed by the container D, then why the daemon is present? Alright, because the container D is not performing the functionality of starting and running the daemon. So what are the functionalities that are performed by daemon? Why it is the extra layer that is present here? So basically the daemon also performs some kind of functionalities like managing images, networking, etc. Alright, so the daemon has a binary file. So these are some of the binary files with each element of the Docker engine. Like daemon has a binary file Docker D, container D has a binary file Docker container D, shim has a binary file Docker container D shim, alright, and runc has a binary file called Docker runc. Alright, so these are the binary files that will be present inside these elements of the Docker engine. So these are some of the things that we have learned today, like Docker commit, Docker images trunk, no trunk, Docker RMI, how you can delete the images all at once, and how you can build your image. All right. So what are the things that are related to the container Docker engine? So I hope you like this video. So if you like this video, then make sure to subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, then ask those questions in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer all of them. So till then, goodbye.